Hey, fatty, this is how you eat like an absolute pig and never get fat, ever. And by default, you can never remain fat either if you can't get fat, can you? Eating a low-fat diet. Lean animal protein, fruit, vegetable, starch. I don't care who you are. You can eat like an absolute pig and never get fat. What's that mean? That means you can eat like a pig and you're going to be on the far end of the bell curve for how much body fat you have on you compared to everybody else on the planet. Okay, if you're a super fat pig, okay, you can't remain fat eating like a pig on a low-fat diet. Okay, if you can't get fat eating like a pig, you can't remain fat eating like a pig. Your metabolism just gets too hot. Your non-exercise activity gets too high. Your body temperature gets too high. Your body temperature, that by definition is a massive increase in metabolism. Okay, your total daily energy expenditure just goes through the roof. The diet itself is so high in volume and satiation. You just can't out-eat. You cannot out-eat the calories out, meaning you could never make your calories in go high enough that it's above your calories out to actually gain any real body fat. You can't do it. You can't do it when it's this clean. It's too clean. It's too clean. Lean animal protein, fruit, vegetable, starch. It's just too clean. You can't get fat eating like an absolute pig. I know this. I've done it. You can't do it. You can't. You can't. Me eating like an absolute pig. Okay, you'd still look at me and be like, this guy looks good. Eating like an absolute pig. Okay, eating like an absolute pig. Okay, and what benefits would that bring? So I'm still at an excellent body weight, eating like an absolute pig, meaning my energy is insane. Insane. This is why bodybuilders bulk on a low-fat diet, because they do not want to gain body fat. They want to gain the minimum amount of body fat. That's what they're force-feeding. Eating like an absolute pig, and they still can't get fat. They still can't get quote-unquote fat. You would look at them on their bulk, and you'd be like, this guy's jacked. And fat people, it's the same thing. You can't remain fat eating like a pig on that low-fat diet. If one stands true, the other has to stand true. You can't get fat or remain fat eating that low-fat diet. Okay, you can't get fat or remain fat eating that low-fat diet. Okay, if you're a fat pig, you cannot remain fat eating that low-fat diet. It's too clean. No refined sugar. No added fat, obviously. Fat slows your metabolism down to the pits of hell. Okay, fat screws your glucose tolerance. Fat gives you high blood sugar numbers because the body can't take up the glucose properly. Dietary fat is making you fat as hell. Refined sugar, no nutrition. Body's not happy. Pick a nutrient-dense carb source, you idiot. That's how you won't ever out-eat the diet. You can't do it. If the diet's that clean, no added fat, obviously, no added refined sugar, lean animal protein in good amounts, and straight clean carbohydrate, you can't get fat or remain fat eating like an absolute pig. Eating like an absolute pig on those food choices. It's about food choice, fat pig. Food choice is king. Okay, this way of eating is the king of body composition. That's why we're here. We're here to have the best body composition possible. What's that mean? Least amount of body fat with the most muscle mass. Everything else is subpar. Everything else you're going to sacrifice muscle mass trying to get lean. Everything else you're going to sacrifice food volume. Okay, you're going to sacrifice satiation. You don't need to weigh yourself, throw the scale out the window, you idiots. What did I just say? You can't get fat eating like a pig. Why would you even weigh yourself? You can't remain fat eating like a pig. Low-fat diet, clean. Get rid of your stupid calorie calculator. Get rid of your stupid MyFitnessPal, your stupid chronometer, all of it. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. When all you need to do is eat a clean diet, low-fat diet, lean animal protein, fruit, vegetable, starch, ripped for life, lean for life, never fat again, can't get fat, eating like an absolute pig, you fat pig.